It's a day where I was gonna sit and relax and play some EverQuest. But it is another day that ends in Y, so that means that devs for gaming companies are getting screwed over. And this time, it's from Zenimax Online, or more specifically from Microsoft and Xbox, canceling and killing off a project that had been going on for years and is reportedly really freaking fun and exciting and looking really great, and already had a vertical slice that you could play. Oh yeah, and it was a sci-fi MMO, because we have so many of those just dancing around. It was codenamed Blackbird, and the entire team was laid off as part of the 9,000 employees that were laid off by Microsoft this month. And with that resounding thud of announcement, I think it becomes clearer to see why I so eagerly support indie MMOs and indie games in general. The entire team working on the MMO was laid off, killing the project that, from reports, was apparently doing very well. They were creating an entirely new engine for this game, and when playing it, Xbox head Phil Spencer apparently couldn't stop playing it. He was enjoying it so much. They had to actually tear the controller out of his hands. Okay, not as dramatic as that, but I'm trying to add some drama to this that isn't the drama of the people getting fired and losing healthcare and losing all of their hard work and all this, because that shit's sad. I'm trying to find some kind of other drama. Oh yeah. And when they were laid off, they weren't actually told right away. Instead, it went on for hours, not actually knowing what happened, per Jason Schreier of Bloomberg, who reported on it. It leaves this gaping hole question of why. It's a head-scratching thing to put 7 years of development into a game that's reportedly actually doing well and then just kill it. The game was still in pre-production, but they were in the process of scaling up, which had been approved by Xbox very recently. The lengthy dev time is part because they were building that new engine for the game, but it's not exactly surprising either, given that Elder Scrolls itself took 7 years to make. And all of this on top of Elder Scrolls Online making estimated $2 billion as of 2024, another MMO that shows just how damn profitable these games can be when they hit, alongside the reported $1 billion made by Star Wars The Old Republic and hazier estimates of World of Warcraft pointing at well over $10 billion since 2004. And those estimates were from 2017, so it's made a lot more money since then. These games, when they hit, can make a shit ton of money. These layoffs and canceled projects hurt the developers, and they hurt the players too. They hurt us when they cancel projects like this, because it's not like we get to go and try and play this game and decide whether we like it or not, whether to see what the developers have made, if it's good or not. We just don't get to play it at all, and it goes into this long catalog of all these canceled games, canceled MMOs, and the reasoning for the canceling more and more just seems to be to pad portfolios, to pad numbers for that stock report at the end of the quarter. The fastest way to improve your margins, after all, is to get rid of all the people making the thing that you're actually making money from, because there's this pesky thing called salaries. It would be great if games could succeed or fail on their own merits, especially when they're this long in development. Let it out the damn door rather than kicking out its feet once you get inside. And all of that is against the background of ESO essentially slowing down their development cadence, Microsoft going on an acquisition spree similar to what Embracer did, and then culling a bunch of projects and jobs from all the places they bought. It's not crazy to think that because Microsoft bought all of these game studios that we now have less games that we could potentially play, because they have canceled all these games. And they have shuttered long in development studios. Part of these reports on the 9,000 people that lost their jobs are pointing to AI driving this massive culling of a human workforce, so we can all excitedly look forward to more derivative slop on existing IPs, because any original IPs like this MMO was going to be are more risky, and investors are risk averse. But here's the big kicker. We don't actually know why. I can make assumptions. A lot of the reports I read make assumptions, but there's no real reason given. Everything sounds like it was going fine with this game. This didn't sound like an MMO in development hell. They reportedly had some issues early on in development with the engine, but those had actually been ironed out. They had 300 developers working on this MMO and had already delivered a vertical slice of the game in March with a planned ship date in 2028. The writer of the original Bloomberg article had seen the vertical slice themselves and came away impressed. WCCF Tech has a good report on the whole thing, and I've linked that down below as the most comprehensive and newest source, dropping just 7 hours before I wrote this script. Blackbird is reportedly a third-person sci-fi noir shooter action MMO where you'd step into the shoes of a revenant, that is, an operative working for alien syndicates on a remote, tidally locked planet called Soteria. Soteria was supposed to be an ice planet on one side, while the other was a sweltering desert. The middle area in between these extremes was called the Twilight Band. This is where it was habitable. There are various syndicates you could side with, such as a furry alien race, an aquatic alien race, a mind-purging race of aliens, and a sentient AI race of aliens. I guess that Microsoft sided with the AI aliens in this case. The game had 4 to 6 player missions as well as an intriguing noir story about a high-ranking alien killed in a human neighborhood, causing some aliens to be distrustful of humans. It had a big focus with engaging movement mechanics like double jump, in-air dashing, grappling hooks, and wall climbing. If nothing else, this sounds different. It sounds different from so many of the games we have. We have precious few sci-fi MMOs, and we have precious fewer sci-fi MMOs that have been successful or have continued on. Many of the sci-fi shooter MMOs that we see tend to go and try and focus on basically just be giant arenas to go and shoot each other in. That doesn't sound like what this was going to be. I would have loved to see where this game went and if it was worth jumping into, but now we'll never know, and it sounds like we'll never actually know the full reason why, because even the specific team that was culled by Microsoft has still not been given a reason why their project was canceled, at least from the reports we've gotten so far. And apparently the head of Xbox liking a game or a developer having a really good track record doesn't seem to mean all that much in the grand scheme of things. This last paragraph from WCCF Tech kind of sums it up really well. Altogether, this MMORPG from Zenimax Online sounds like it would have been something far more expansive than what it had built with Elder Scrolls Online, which is one of the world's largest and most successful MMORPGs. There's never a guarantee that any game will be a hit, but everything we've heard about Project Blackbird so far suggests that it was going to be something incredible. Now, its cancellation remains a stain on the legacy of current Microsoft leadership and their clear inability to manage talented developers and studios. I'd love to say something like positive here, but as we creep further and further into this corpo cyberpunk future, the only thing I can say that I hope for is that we have a lot of really cool neon lights and cameos from Carnage.
Oh my god. Chat.
Do you truly believe that those who have sold you your mechanical eyes have resisted the temptation to peek through them? Cameras are all around us, even within us. Your joys, your worries, your life. For them, it is all mere spectacle!
Is it just like gouge out my implants and go blind?
Let's just say you're right. So what? Should I just gouge out my optics? Thanks, but no thanks.
You are beyond salvation, but not the children of the future. Life untainted by surgery of the sacrilege.
Gary the
We
Prophet?
can yet save them. May the mothers shield their bodies. May the fathers instill their hatred for Crow. But who are those who follow our every step, you ask? Why, the titans of entertainment in Alpha Centauri!
Man, that's not crazy.
In their wretchedness, they placate their weary and oppressed masses by putting our laughter, our tears, on full display!
Get next to him.
My name is Redbeard Flynn. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and maybe today, just go say something nice to someone. Maybe to a stranger, maybe to a game dev, because life is hard. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye, everybody.